Hello, everybody, and welcome to the end of season report here for your 2034 Detroit Tigers. And despite the fact that we were slumping in July, we absolutely took the fuck off near the end of the season and finished 106 and 56, 19 games ahead of the Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, Pittsburgh Pirates with the Phillies 22 games back, missing the playoffs, as well as the Yankees as the rest of the division. Um, yeah, kind of like this team was really, really struggling at the All Star break, and to turn it around and win 106 games, very, very strong. Um, let's just quickly check this real quick. Ignore the. Yeah, we beat up on Florida a little bit in that last game of the season. But yeah, so let's look at the. I think the fact that we had a couple games where we absolutely blew our opponents out probably boosts this a little bit to unrealistic proportions. But the Pythagorean said we should have won 131 games, but that's not realistic. As you can see, in August we went 24-4, and then in September we went 10-5. Our offense, which was struggling hard for a lot of the early part of the season, because we blew out some teams really badly, fucking soared. Great. This team's offense, if you look at the season as a whole, fantastic. Pitching, if you look at it, season as a whole, fantastic. The pitching pitched much better in the second half than they did in the first, but that's just in general what happened. Um, but yes, let's quickly take a look at the lineup. So Riley Green, very, very strong season. 150 OPS plus, 146 WRC plus, 5.7 WAR, 29 home runs, 78 extra base hits. Honestly, this is his second best season. His best season being 2027, where he hit 22 home runs and hit 308 and was just amazing. Um, Ben Fletcher had an up and down year. That can really best be viewed with his where is it? Splits. Awful in April, really good in May, good in June, kind of average in July, and then but damn near the best player in the world in August and September. 7 home runs, 4 home runs. Very, very, very strong season. Does it actually say before and after All Star break? No, there's no pre All Star break, post All Star break split here on here. But yeah, Ben Fletcher, fantastic second half, and honestly made up for kind of a lackluster first half. 134 WRC plus, very, very strong defensive play in right field. Very, very good season for Ben Fletcher. Very happy our former rookie of the year played fantastic. Colt Keith, 27 home runs. Honestly, probably one of his weaker seasons with the bat, but that being said, he's still got a 136 WRC plus. I guess he just hit fewer home runs this year, 5 WAR. Though a large part of that came down to him being a very good third baseman this year and completely recovering from. No, wait, it was 2 years ago where he was below average third baseman. He was fucking fantastic at third this year. Played the hot corner well, 102 walks, 27 home runs, 31 doubles. Just very strong season out of our third baseman and one of the faces of this franchise. Zion Rose blasted 41 dingers this year, 8.4 WAR, 69 OPS plus. He was insane defensively in center. Very, very good season for Zion Rose. Though, yeah, that's pretty expected at this point. Shawnuel hit 33 home runs, tying his career high. 2.8 WAR, 129 WR or OPS plus. He was just kind of an average first baseman this year. 125 RBI. he was another one of these guys who just kind of remembered how to hit in late on in the season, because March, April, and May, he was nowhere. He turned it on in June, hit well in July, and then August he was insane. September he was 205 WRC plus levels of insane. He blasted what, 8? Jesus Christ, he blasted like damn near 15 home runs in the second half. Great second half of the season to Shawanoa. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. Roberts, kind of disappointed with his bat, but he was actually only slightly worse than normal. OBP was the same. Slugging was down, though he hit more home runs. He hit fewer doubles and triples, so that's unfortunate. Drove in more runs, walked more than ever, and he stole 60 bases again. So another fantastic season from Tommy Roberts. The unfortunate thing is I don't think he's going to be around for very much longer, because he's going to want all of the money, and we have so much money tied up. I don't have enough money to give him a contract extension, especially given that our owner is tightening up the purse strings year after year. So that's cool, despite record high revenues. Ellie De La Cruz played really, really fucking well for us after coming over with a 212 OPS plus and 7 home runs in only 32 games. So that was good. Emilio Sanchez, in his first full season with the Tigers, a 132 OPS plus, 303 average, 400 on base. He had a much better season this year than last year. Though apparently he was not a good defender. That doesn't make any fucking sense, but whatever. Sure, I'm... okay. And Connor Bennett hit 27 home runs, 4.6 WAR, 127 OPS plus. This is his best hitting season by a mile. Though his catching has... this is his worst season behind the plate also, so... unfortunate. He still has, 5 more years left on that contract before we can get rid of it. I hope he doesn't just completely forget how to catch in that time span. Also, there's one more consistent hitter for this team, Nate Crook. He played in 62 games as the designated hitter, hit 9 home runs, 142 OPS plus. Very good two-way player, Nate Crook. Very, very, very good. I didn't actually extend him. I thought I extended him. Actually, going to our pitchers now, Jackson Jobe had probably, statistically, the game thinks that this is the best season of his entire career. He had a 2.63 FIP. Obviously, the league leader, probably. Actually, I'm not sure. But 8.1 WAR, 9.6 R WAR, 2.29 ERA, 220 innings. 191 ERA plus. Career ERA is down to 290. Hey, what are you gonna say? Jackson Jobe is just fucking incredible. Now over 2,000 career innings. Surprise! Also, this was something weird. He had a substantial uptick in Ks this year. He's always usually been around the 8.4 to low to mid 7K per 9, 9.6K per 9, 1.3 walk per 9, and 6.6 hits per 9. That was actually kind of just average for his career, but yeah, he was fantastic, particularly in the second half, as the team as a whole just kind of took off in the second half. After kind of an average July, in August and September, he pitched, oh my god, 43 innings in August to a fucking 4-2. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Jobe had a good second half. Very good second half for the ace. Also, he finally actually had the Hall of Fame tracker on here. According to most metrics, he's already on his way to the Hall of Fame. Jaws says he isn't, but 1 or 2 more years and he probably will be. I think he gets to 200 career wins, which he probably will. Probably next season. Um, he's going to easily be a Hall of Famer. Nate Crook, 21-4, a 2.51 ERA, 5.5 wins above replacement, a 1.75 ERA plus. He was fantastic. And he actually does something that Jackson Jobe has never really done. He strikes out about 9 batters per inning. Truly a breakout season for the young right-hander. That combine that with very good hitting. This guy might be Ohtani. We'll see. Kim was fine, just kind of there. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto struggled in the first half of the season, if you remember. He had an ERA of 6 in March, 8 in April, 4 in May, 3.19 in June, and then he, in the second half, like many other players, he just fucking became dominant and actually decided to fucking focus on what he was doing. You look at the bullpen, Brainer Sanchez, 2.26 ERA, complete domination out of the bullpen. 26 holds, 39 shutdowns, 13 meltdowns. He pitched over 130 innings. He was just goddamn incredible. 140 innings pitched, or 140 strikeouts in 131 innings. Not as many Ks as last year, where he had 164 in fewer innings, but overall, very good season from the reliever Sanchez. Emmanuel had a very good first season with us. His FIP was even better than his ERA. 7.4 K per 9, 99 innings pitched, 36 shutdowns, 11 meltdowns. Great season for the Swamp Fox. And Shulver was, yeah, he's not good anymore. One more year at about $3 million before Shulver's probably going to have thrown his final pitch for the team. Looking at the rest of the bullpen, Sobers had... this was the year that he finally broke out, our former first rounder, third pick in the supplemental round, who went through an entire fucking retool in the minor leagues after. I'm pretty sure he was struggling early on, right? He cut through some of the lower levels, and then he just stalled out in AAA. And he was converted into a reliever who then fucking took off. Wait, no, we did that in AA. Sorry about that. But yes, he had a 197 ERA plus, 1.5 WAR, 2.23 ERA, and 80 strikeouts in 60 innings. Probably the breakout start of the year, Jalen Sobers. Aiko was good. Don't really have much to say. Who knows if he's even with the team next year. That is a big fucking contract for a reliever. Juan Sanchez was also very good. He was the guy I picked up at the deadline, right? Yes, he was. We'll see if this fucking bites us in the ass, but did he really only pitch one game and 2/3 of an inning with us? That's something. I love our fucking bullpen management, if that's the case. Oh, God. Brian Diaz was just with us, but we never fucking used him, so that's cool. And Chase Burns was also quite good. Matt Scott, I actually forgot about him. 5th starter. He was the hit or miss in the months that he played. Awful in his first 3 starts. Really good down the stretch. I don't know what to make of him. Again, he hasn't been good for quite a few years at this point, including that injury. But yet, he consistently seems like he's on the verge of turning the corner to me. I don't know why. We'll see if he fucking actually turns the corner. Oh yeah, he had a 5 FIP and a 3.89 ERA. So I don't know. He's gonna be in the rotation next year. We'll see what happens. Let's see the playoff. Let's see the standings. Expanded standings. So there we are, 106 and 56 in the Southern Division. The Nashville Sound have made the postseason pretty much off the back of their young fucking former first overall pick, Steve Lucas, playing like a god defensively. Like, he wasn't even that good offensively, but he put up 5.3 WAR, so that's good for him. The rest of the team's fairly decent. Adelaide Rutschman, Jim Dean, a few of these guys, but this team is still quite young. Also, I forgot they were the ones who took that insane fucking closer in the draft, who's already in the majors. Well, kind of no shit. He was the guy who came up, who got drafted last season, and he's gone. Jesus Christ, 37, 34. He's pitched in, God, how many innings at this point? 73 innings, and he's given up maybe one run. Yeah, he is insane. Fastball, curveball guy, extreme ground ball, 100 miles an hour. Yeah, he's quite good. Only 22 years old, out of the University of Buffalo. One of those many players from the University of Buffalo in that draft a few years back. Um, the Sound make the playoffs for the first time off the back of Steve Lucas being an insane defensive player and an insanely strong bullpen. Florida Marlins make the playoffs. Honestly, I don't even think they're using any of those players from that trade that we had with them. Parker Meadows is on the fucking injured list. He might have been on the team, but Parker Meadows is on the injured list after being hurt. I don't think any of those other guys are even on the team. Like, Iwata's a reliever. I think the catcher's gone. And was there anybody else? But yeah, in the trade that I made for Sanchez, most of those players are gone or not going to take part in the Marlins playoff run, which is unfortunate for them, I guess. And the Atlanta Braves make the playoffs, though they probably shouldn't have, given that they had a negative run differential of 106. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate for the Phillies. I'll tell you that. In the National League, the Minnesota Twins win the American League National League Midwestern Division. Nothing to see here. This definitely doesn't have anything to do with a certain choke that they might have committed in real life down the stretch. But yeah, this is once again another team that's. Wait, how the fuck did they? Is he hurt? Oh my god, their star player's hurt. Eldamore got hurt, and he wasn't even playing like the god he had been in Colorado and for his first few years here before he got hurt. But yes, honestly, this is just kind of an okay team. Not really sure if they're a true contender in the Midwestern, in the National League, but we'll see. The Cubs made the playoffs for the first time in years at this point. What was this team's strong suit? Tony Howard? No. I don't really know. And the Rockies made the playoffs. Off the back of... Not off the back of Drew Romo. I don't know. Their core at this point is getting old and dispersing, and this team is not nearly as good as they were like half a decade ago. So I don't really consider them a true contender. In the National League, though, the Portland Beavers are the obvious favorites to go to the World Series. 108 wins, 54 losses, a 9 plus 9 plus 9 on their run differential. Damn. We know what this team is about. Oh shit, they added Juan Soto. That's cool. That's really cool. Juan Soto, Starlin Caba, who had a great bounce back season, 134 WRC plus. He put up 10 WAR due to his insane defense. Good for Starlin Caba, former guy taken in the expansion draft. Ezekiel Duran, very good year at the bat. Josh Gibson, even better year at the bat. Merrill Kelly, Jackson Merrill, fantastic season. Alex Plaz, eh. And then the final three are just kind of eh. Their pitching isn't as good as last year. Nick Lodolo and Yuri Perez are really their only good pitchers. Um, he's thrown like 3 innings. Where the hell did that guy that started for them last year go? Is he injured? Ken Hollins. Yeah, Ken Hollins, who was the guy they got last year. Torn labrum, out 5 months. Josh Perezzo, torn elbow ligament, out 5 months. Yonder Gomez, out 5 months. So injuries have wrecked Portland staff. We'll see if that stops them from winning it all this year. Coming up behind them in the National League West are the San Diego Padres. This team, I think this might be the first time they've been to the playoffs in this entire thing. No, they made it in 2031 and 2024. Okay. But yes, their star player is one of our former guys. We traded him for Brandon Paft, uh, along with 9th and 15th round picks. For fucking Brandon Paft, and he's made us regret that ever since, as he's been one of the best hitters in baseball, and this was his best season so far. 154 OPS plus. Very, very strong season for Sergio Lugo. But the rest of the team ain't no slouch. Brady Harris, Grady Emerson, another great, great player. And the hell is this guy? 2026 draft. Okay. Julio Lara. Is this guy another draft pick? No, it's somebody they signed out of the Dominican. Jesus Aceves, Raleigh Tizardo, Luis Ochoco, Graham Pauley, and Ethan Salas. This is a very strong lineup. They also have a decent rotation. John Carso, Alexander Ruggiano, Ryan Sloan, and Nate Kaplan, as well as a fairly good bullpen. Like this is a very, very good team. This team is honestly capable of competing with the Beavers. We'll see what happens in a short series if these two end up facing, and then also making it out of the NL West for what is it, the second year in a row, the Las Vegas A's. Only their third playoff appearance since moving to Las Vegas, and this is just kind of an average team. They have some good players. We'll get back to him in a bit. We'll get back to their middle infield situation in a bit. Chris Baker's okay. Center fielder's okay. Left fielder's okay. Third baseman's eh. Catcher can't hit. Maybe he can field. Can he field? No. So he just sucks. Yeah, their catcher's just god awful. Their pitching's okay, except their closer, who's elite, and Brian Abreu, who's elite. But let's get to their middle infield situation. Matt Bitch, also known as Bitch Boy. I don't know why the game generated this name, but that's cool. 128 average, a 427 on base, and a 576 slugging, a 997 OPS. This is a substantially worse season than last year, where he had a 472 on base. He was still incredible. The problem is they have him playing at shortstop when he should either be at third or second, and he cannot field shortstop to save his life. So that's cool. But yeah, he's decent. Not decent. He's spectacular. And then they have Ethan Saladina to complement him. 21 home runs this year, 18 last year. Constant about 120 on OPS plus with about 5 WAR. The A's have been good, though just kind of average. So those are all your playoff teams. Let's go over the statistics. American League. Burns of the Nationals led the league in average. Rose led in home runs. Shonwell in RBIs. On base was led by a guy named Joe Yaden. He led the league in slugging too and OPS plus. Zion Rose led the league in WAR. With Roberts in second on bat at bats. Hits Burns. Green was near the top 10. Runs Rose. Like we had a bunch of guys up here because we scored a fuck ton of runs this year. Doubles. Green and Rose were up there. Triples, Roberts and Sanchez were up there. Stolen bases, Lucas was up there, but Roberts and De La Cruz were also up there. Caught stealing, Lucas led the league. Strikeout, Zion Rose was near the top of the league in that. Walks, both Roberts and Colt Keith were up near the top of the league in that. Shonwell, 13 sack flies, extra base hits. Rose led the league in that. ISO, Rose, OPS plus, Yaden, win probability added, and WOBA, Joe Yaden. Quickly go over the National League. Damn, it's a lot of Cubs. a lot of Cubs. Quickly go over the National League just because you know what this is going to be. It's a JJ Mussina show. Okay. AL. Job, Castro led the league in saves and was dominant. Job, Yamamoto. Some random guy from the Phillies. Job, Sanchez, Cook. And we'll quickly go to team statistics. Batting stats. I think this is the first time that this has ever happened, but we led the league in runs, and we had over 1,100 runs. Yeah, this was a very good offensive team. Combine them, Portland was in second. They didn't even crack 1,000. Pitching. We only gave up 536 runs. So that it has to be the largest run differential in baseball history by a lot. So that's good. Real quick, I'm gonna sim through this first round. We'll see who we're playing. Okay, and here is the bracket after that first round. The Padres beat the Athletics in what seemed like a great first round series. The Cubs beat the Rockies in what also seemed like a great first round series. I think this is the end of that Rockies core that went on to win their team's first World Championship. Kind of unfortunate. We really stepped in and stopped them from ever really accomplishing anything greater. But I think they only went to like 1 or 2 World Series in their entire history, so that's kind of sad. But yes, the Beavers and Cubs and the Padres and Twins are on that side of the bracket. The Pittsburgh Pirates finally won a fucking playoff series. And they will play the Nashville Sound to try and go to the American League Championship Series. On the other end of the bracket, the Braves upset the Marlins. Or maybe, yeah, I think they did. And they will be playing us on the top side of the bracket. And we will see which of these teams make it to the next round, and which of these teams make it to the next round. We're in for a good fucking postseason, folks. I'll see you guys next time.